Hello guys, this is Joymahidul here. At first, if you like the video, please share it with your friends and your respected comments below here. For video clips, all credits go to the movie owners. We make which are truly hidden gems to entertain people. This video is all about explaining the movie from our own point of view. For the explanation, we have used most of the video clips from the movie for better understanding. Stay with us till the end, enjoy the video.
At the beginning of the film, we learn that humans' lives and fates are predetermined before they are born. This is controlled by a machine in heaven named Destiny Astrolabe. It has discovered a demon doesn't accept its fate about the Flower Mountain. It decides to break the Destiny Astrolabe while fighting with heaven, so it can decide its fate and life itself. It didn't succeed in its plan because heaven's army ends it. Its body again falls on the Flower Mountain while dividing into small pieces. It is known the demon was not completely extinguished, and a monkey demon was born with its stone. The goddess knows there is still a demon on the mountain. She sends many disasters to end it. The demon wasn't ended because of it, but the mountain turns into a cave. As the demon finds its mountain destroyed, it decides to fight with heaven's army and to destroy the Destiny Astrolabe. The scene cuts and an academy is shown. The headmasters were deciding which students are able to go to heaven. The main character of this movie, Wukong, is also shown here. He was stealing food from this academy, but the guard sees him. He forbids him to eat anything from there. This guard was also misbehaving with another girl. He was about to end the girl with his weapon. Meanwhile, a student arrives and saves the girl. The guard becomes furious because of it and he throws the student far while hitting him. Here enters a deity named Ahzi. Ahzi beats the guard in front of everyone and the situation becomes awkward for the guard. The guard asks his men to end Ahzi. Before Ahzi was harmed, Wukong arrives. He beats the man who was ending Ahzi and hits the guard. He throws him far, and because of hitting him, there were many guards who appeared. They were about to begin the fight with Wukong, and Wukong brings the lava out of his ear to fight. That changed into a weapon. Then he turns his weapon and a lot of fire appears from it. The present soldiers fall at distance in a single hit. Wukong was happy to see the soldiers being fallen on the land. As the goddess knows this, she sends her special man named Tian to control the situation. Wukong, who was feeling relaxed, also feels danger near him. Meanwhile, Tian arrives and attacks Wukong with many daggers and blades. The blades create a storm near him. It was becoming difficult for him to fight. He hits his weapon hardly with the earth and as a result, his weapon becomes huge. Then he kicks his weapon and many flames appear from it. Now the blades were turned to Tian. Wukong was again attacking Tian with his huge weapon. Ahzi was also there and Wukong doesn't want to end Ahzi. He couldn't control his weapon and Ahzi stops the weapon with her finger. It is discovered actually, the weapon was stopped by Ahzi's friend Erlang. There is a fight between Erlang and Wukong. Erlang breaks his weapon in a single punch. Wukong falls at a distance and like this, he was defeated and the heaven soldiers hold him. The goddess is shown again. Tian was there and Ahzi arrives there. It is revealed to us that Ahzi is this goddess's daughter. She was complaining to her mother about why her friend Erlang is imprisoned along with Wukong. Even Erlang has stopped the fight while defeating Wukong. Goddess tells her Erlang got the punishment for not obeying her, because she has given the task to stop the fight to Tian. Wukong and Erlang are shown in prison. Wukong was saying to Erlang, our fight was unfair because you were two and I was alone. Wukong again asks Erlang to fight, but Erlang forbids him. Then Wukong insults Erlang as well as his mother. Erlang becomes furious at this and stands up for the fight. Before they fight, the goddess arrives. She releases Erlang and Wukong says to the goddess, this isn't justice. We both were fighting, so why did you release him? You should also release me. Hearing him, the goddess makes a crown with her magic and places it on his head, but this wasn't a crown but a punishment to speak in front of the goddess. He feels pain because of wearing it. The goddess gives the control of the crown to her daughter Ahzi. Wukong was thinking about his past and the movie is shown in the flashback. It is discovered that Wukong is actually the monkey demon. He was born with the heart stone of the demon. An old man changed him into a human because of his powers. So the gods will not recognize him and he will be saved from the punishments of gods. The goddess and Erlang are shown, and Erlang was inside the destiny astrolabe. The goddess was giving him a lecture about how he can end his human emotions. She was saying to forget his mother and his friend Ahzi with the help of this astrolabe. After it, he will become the real deity. Wukong is shown awaken and shouts seeing Ahzi in front of him. He asks her to remove the crown from his head. Ahzi turns the crown control and the monkey demon sits like he is obeying her. Because he does not want to experience pain as he has in the past. Now they go to a seminar at Heaven Academy. A master was telling his students how this heaven works. They were passing from a bridge. The master was telling them after passing this bridge they will become a deity. You have to leave your human relations, human tasks, and human emotions. The bridge ends in a room where was the destiny astrolabe. The students along with Wukong meet a goddess. She was telling them how this destiny astrolabe works. How it punishes those who don't obey it. She gives them the example of a monkey demon to prove it. The flower mountain was also ruined because of it. The goddess' purpose to tell this was she knew Wukong is the real monkey demon. She wants to know why Wukong comes here in real. Wukong comes in anger hearing the incident happen with him from goddess. Before he could do something, Ahzi stops her mother. She disagrees with this statement of the goddess and says the real task of heaven is to do justice with people. She asks her mother if destroying someone's home is justice. Her mother tells her everything is decided by the destiny astrolabe and this is a true justice said by it. The students leave after this. The goddess also knows Wukong is inside the heaven, so she calls Tian and tells his truth. The goddess tells Tian that Wukong is the monkey demon. He was born with the heart stone of the demon who attacked heaven. She was saying the destiny astrolabe and heaven are in danger with the presence of Wukong. To remove this danger from heaven, go and end him. Wukong picks up the key of destiny bridge, somehow being furious. He can reach destiny astrolabe while crossing the bridge, but Erlang stops him before reaching there. Erlang is the boy who is Ahzi's friend. The fight begins and Erlang makes Wukong's fire weapon frozen while using his weapon. They were fighting badly and as a result of it, the pillars of the bridge also break. There was a storm because of it. Meanwhile, Tian arrives. Now Erlang and Tian were fighting with Wukong. Ahzi reaches bridge guard. She assumes while seeing the guard fainted there's something fishy. Erlang and Tian were about to end Wukong, but Ahzi arrives with the guard. Erlang and Tian stop as Ahzi stopped them, but as Wukong hits his weapon with a bridge. The weapon becomes huge and breaks the bridge. They fall on the flower mountain because of the broken bridge. The place where the demon lived. Even reaching there they were fighting. This time they were getting wounds and discovered we are now on Earth and have lost our superpowers. The cloud demon attacks the village. It was engulfing the villagers to increase its powers. The villagers were scared and hiding inside their houses. Tian notices a boy who left outside and a girl arrives to save him. Tian arrives and takes them inside. Before he goes inside, the cloud demon was pulling him inside it. None other than Wukong saves Tian, whom Tian was about to end. Ahzi attacks the cloud demon with her arrow. The cloud demon becomes frozen and leaves. The scene cuts. Wukong and Erlang are shown tied with a rope in the morning. Ahzi has tied them and says to them the villagers are in danger. We should help them while leaving our fight. Ahzi tells them the villagers are thinking we deities are here to help them. Firstly, they refuse, but when they see villagers in trouble they decide they will catch the cloud demon. They create an artificial sunset to catch it. Because the cloud appears after the sunset. Seeing the artificial sunset, the cloud demon appears in the village. Everyone was attacking it with the frozen arrows. It wasn't affected, but the demon comes in anger. Tian runs and sets the artificial sunset illusion on fire. The demon's face can be seen because of it. As the demon's face appears, Wukong attacks it with his huge freezing cannon. As Wukong hits it, Tian imprisons the demon. Like this, the villagers were saved from the demon. It was irritating them for many years. Tian meets his friend who was thrown out the heaven in this village. Wukong and Ahzi are shown and it is discovered Ahzi likes Wukong. The goddess doesn't like this. She sends her army to the flower mountain to bring Ahzi back to heaven. The soldiers were ending everyone after coming here because of the fight. The deity Tian, who has become a human, also dies. The soldiers were taking Ahzi back and Wukong comes in anger seeing this. Wukong fights with those soldiers but loses, so they take him to hell. He was treated badly in hell. They tied Wukong with chains and have burnt his body. He was still waiting for his friend Ahzi. Ahzi tells Wukong, "You lost and your mountain is again destroyed." He loses in real hearing this and dies there. Erlang was still in imprisonment. Wukong also dies because of hearing what Ahzi said. Ahzi was depressed after his death, so he picked up his scarf and threw it back to the flower mountain. But the old man shown at the start again holds the monkey demon scarf and revives him. How can you lose if he says you can't? He asks Wukong to fight again. But Wukong has lost his powers because of coming to the earth. Even then he doesn't lose courage and holds his huge weapon placed on the flower mountain. After so many tries he gets his powers back. He hits his huge weapon on the earth. Due to it a firestorm creates. That storm takes him to heaven. Reaching heaven, he claims that my powers are now equal to heaven. With it, he throws the guards far while taking out the fire from his weapon. He moves forward to fight with the celestial guards. After it, he can end the destiny astrolabe. Tian comes to Wukong being revived and supporting Wukong to fight with the celestial army. Ahzi attacks the destiny astrolabe. Before she destroys it, the goddess stops her. Ahzi was about to fall at a distance because of her mother's attack. Meanwhile, Wukong arrives and catches Ahzi. Tian was fighting with the goddess. Tian attacks the goddess with his metals, but the goddess makes a metal shield and destroys the blades. She attacks Tian in anger that he falls at a far distance. He morphed into dust and was done. Ahzi is shown in Wukong's hand, whose soul was injured. Ahzi says to Wukong, "Don't be sad and fight for yourself." Saying this, she dies. Erlang arrives, having been rendered emotionless by the goddess via the destiny astrolabe. He fights with Wukong by the goddess's side. He was about to end Wukong, but his friend Ahzi comes in front of him. Ahzi wasn't real, but she has created her illusion in front of him. She requests Erlang not to end Wukong. Erlang becomes emotional again after hearing that she likes Wukong. The goddess arrives and feels there is something wrong. As she knows Erlang has feelings again, she creates a huge storm to end both of them. This storm can't defeat them and Wukong reaches the goddess while climbing up different things in the storm. He ends her with his attack. He also accomplishes his goal by destroying the destiny astrolabe. Now the monkey demon has succeeded in his purpose. Erlang was the new deity of heaven. He says to Wukong, "This time Ahzi saved you, but next time none will save you." Now they took their paths. Erlang, who was the new deity, goes towards heaven. The Monkey King accepts his fate after completing his mission. He makes his way to his flower mountain. This is how the film concludes.